All right, everyone, so this is gonna be our introduction to Jiu-Jitsu at Fastidious. I'm Professor Justin Boniuto. This is Coach James Hughes. And today what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go over some of the basics and what to expect when you're training here at Fastidious. This is gonna be both for kids and for adults, all right? So we're gonna get started here in a second, and we hope you enjoy. One of our first positions, this is the guard position. So the guard, if I were to walk away, would be that my opponent or my partner is in between my legs, and look, my legs are crossed, okay? Doesn't matter, it could be left leg over right leg or right leg over left leg. This is the full guard position. Now, in our guard, there's other different guards we're gonna play as well. Primarily, the first one is really the closed guard, but then we have things open guard, we have half guard, we have knee shield, and we have other ones as well, but primarily these are the main ones that we're pretty much playing in here. So, full guard, open guard, half guard, and knee shield. All right, so in Jiu-Jitsu, if we're not in guard, and that's a kind of a bottom position, but it's a very neutral position for Jiu-Jitsu. Normally, if I'm on top position, I'm in a more dominant position than my opponent. So one of the positions is side control. So in side control, shoulder to the face, knee over here to the hip. We're kind of closing in with this elbow. So it can be here for side control, or it can be here for side control. And then just like guard, we have different ways to kind of hold the side control. We have scarf position, we have a twister side control position. But both of these positions, I am on top, my opponent is on bottom. Primarily in here, the position that we play the most is regular side control. And we do play scarf and then twister. Well, twister side control comes up every once in a while. But this is good to be able to go from the different side controls, because normally it requires him different escapes. So that's going to be good for us when we're trying to hold the side control position. So another basic position is our knee on belly position, where if you look, my foot will be close to my partner. I'm going to kind of rest my knee either along the belt line or kind of on an angle, and then my foot will be kind of pushing me forward. My hands can be to the hips or setting up any sort of an attack, but this is a very good position for striking as well. And this is our knee on belly position, another position that we like to play here at Fastidious Jiu-Jitsu. So one of the most dominant positions in Jiu-Jitsu is the mount. So remember, I'm on top, my opponent is on bottom. Primarily, we're in like a seated mount, or what we like to call skydive mount, where my chest is into my opponent or my partner's face. My knees are to the ground. My legs can either be wrapped around his legs or tucked underneath his butt. And this is primarily the mount positions that we play the most of in here. There are some variances where we might go into some sort of an S mount, where we kind of halfway have the back, and then we're kind of on the side, but still in top position. And that's one of the main things we're looking for when we're in this mount position, is a top position where we're in control. I'm in back control. We like to call it backpack for the kids. I have my hooks in over here, my seat belt, my hands are close, my head is close, and we're in another dominant position for Jiu-Jitsu, where we're in the back, and I I'm primarily going for submissions from here, whether they be chokes or some sort of a choke with his lapel. It's primarily what I'm looking for when I'm in this back position. It's okay for me to have one arm over, one leg over his arm in the back position. But this right here is a no. We never want to cross our feet when we're in this back control position. So we go like this, or go like this, or go like this. Okay? All right, so another position we like to play here at Fastidious is our single leg X. Normally works when someone either has a leg up, they're standing above us, or anytime they kind of put a foot up. We're gonna wrap our foot around, make sure we're kind of underneath our partner's body. One leg is gonna come around, it's gonna come to the hip. My other leg is gonna close tight. If you notice, my back is up off the mat and I'm on my shoulder, and I have another hand here where I can be grabbing for things, keeping very tight here on the leg. And this is our single leg X position. So another position we like to use here at Fastidious is our ashigarami position. This is really where all of our leg locks and stuff like that will start. Notice when I'm in this position, his leg is kind of over one of my legs. My other leg is to his hip. Kind of close your arm over his leg, pinch your knee over. We're in this ashigarami. Should be tight right here. If my partner tries to back up, I should relatively go with him, or since I'm heavy, he won't be able to move me. And primarily we're looking for leg locks and stuff like that from this position. This is once again the ashigarami.